My name is Eczema Lucidum. I am a playwright and a producer. I have been here for 1 year and 10 months. When I came here, I have no English. So after 3 months, I have a play on the stage. It was amazing. That's because people here helped me a lot. As a swing for the moon, my dreams have been lost, and my wounds are laid bare to the open sea. I want people to know that what's happening in Syria, not from the news, from people's voice. The world outside is awful. So when I go to my room and start writing, I feel I have peace.
I'm Abdul Malik, and I'm a professional filmmaker and freelance photographer. Photography is cultural experience. Some people would call it street photography, and a lot of what I want to capture is acts of resistance, acts of cultural experience, shining a light on people who may feel underrepresented in society and give them an option to visually express and speak for themselves. I make visual material for a cause I can believe in. That's really important to me, is to have my own kind of morality and beliefs very front and center in what I create, and it's nice I can do both. The camera just ran out of battery, which is fine. I can.
My name is Cheyenne Bruno. On stage, I am Miss Ray. I perform with the Midnight Ramblers. We are a blues and soul band. I've been performing professionally now for 5 years. I saw Sharon Jones at the Edmonton Folk Festival. Then when I saw her, I was 16, and I thought, well, she can do it, and why not? Might as well give it a shot. I am a wild rose. I think just the impact it can have on people positively. I think blues especially. It's a very kind of dark sound, but it's very soulful. And I think it can help heal people and it help elevate people. That's what it's done for me, and that's what I hope it can offer other people as well.
I am Dr. Deepak Perma, and I'm a performing artist and also a musicologist. I predominantly play the Indian classical music. I play the sarangi and I sing. I have always loved challenges in my life, and the instrument that I play is one of the toughest instruments. Whenever I play this, people are invariably moved because it has a subtle melancholy to it, so it's very, very moving. My dream is to compose a global opera incorporating all the continental languages and also the Sanskrit, and to compose a huge opera. I mean, it's my wishful thinking. Maybe someday it'll happen.
My name's Erika Cordis, and I'm currently the music director of Emma the Musical. Music, to me, is kind of a combination of my passion, which is music, and my hobby, which is movies. What I do is I watch something, and then I'll write the music to it. And my favorite thing to write to is sad storylines or bittersweet moments in the TV show or the movie. I'm not very good with my words, don't have a great vocabulary, and it's just been a way to express myself without having to talk. People seem to understand what I'm saying more through my music.
My name is Jonathan Cher. I'm an illustrator and graphic designer. I'm working on a three-dimensional comic. The idea being that whenever you see this sculpture from different points of view, you're getting a different story. So with this piece, I want to explore what it meant to be a biracial person in Canada, having a mixed background and not seeing myself reflected in the media that I consumed as a child and growing up. I kind of see all two-dimensional art and three-dimensional art as part of a large spectrum of what art is capable of doing.
My name's Leo Lucian Bay, and I'm an animator.
This ain't the first time I've woken up in a place different from where I fell asleep.
The type of animation I do is real-time animation, so it's very similar to what you see in video games. what I'll be sharing with you guys is about a man who spends a long amount of time looking for someone who's wronged him in the past so that he can exact his revenge.
Spent lowering myself to try and understand your type, so I could do what was obvious the police could not.
Everything I do is leading up to, hopefully, a good sci-fi film in the future.
My name is Nadine Kinesin. I'm a professional Bharatanatyam dancer based in Edmonton. When I was about 5 years old, I followed my cousin to her dance school and saw her and she was dancing and I really liked it and I was like, you know what, I want to try it. To say the movement, it's kind of telling a story and it has its own vocabulary, it has its own narrative, it has everything you need to offer. Being so far away from India kind of makes me passionate because I want to bring more of the passion that I have for dance and the culture of Bharatanatyam in itself to Edmonton.
My name is Oz Romano. I'm a photographer originally from Istanbul, Turkey. I love storytelling. I think it has a huge healing impact on individuals and communities, especially when it comes to topics of grief, loss, trauma. I feel like any form of art, it's really valuable, kind of exchanging stories and expressing your own personal experience, as well as just seeing it as a healing tool to tell my story to others.
Thank you so much.
My name is Sean C., and I'm a filmmaker. Seconds Please is a show that mixes actual recipes and sharing stories. I'm so hungry. Are you hungry? I'm starving. Oh my gosh. By watching, get to learn, but then at the same time, hear that immigration story.
A lot of young Sudanese, they start to look for a different way to get out.
I'm very passionate about using filmmaking as a tool to help build communities and also do work that's about cultural diversity and also giving more groups that generally don't have the opportunity to make films an opportunity to essentially be on screen.
My name is Roya and I'm a musician. Songwriting just feels very cathartic and it feels like tapping into a part of myself I can't necessarily explain just in words alone, but with melody. One of the main motivating factors for me is just this desire to be known and to be heard and kind of to find a connection between our humanity, despite our seeming differences. I think because I've never felt a true sense of belonging, coming from a mixed background and never really feeling like any certain one place was home, music has really been a home for me. And it has helped me kind of work out those intricacies and figure out who I am.
I'm Shima Aisha Robinson, Julian Nix,
Effie Adar, Nesra Adam,
Shanti Karima Marshall. The type of art we do together is a lot of poetry, a lot of working with words. We also have the intention of learning each other's craft, whatever our strengths are individually.
Over the last little while for this collective, it's been about melding our visions for what art we want to make. And I guess that has a lot to do with Blackness, with femininity, and with the future of what art can look like in Edmonton as well.